attention up here, please? Are you with me? Hey, that was awesome. Good job. Thank you so much. We are so excited to have you here for this awesome assembly for the new program that we're doing at our school this year. And we know that it is a great program that will help us build even stronger relationships in our school and help us all get along so much better and just continue working on the great culture that we already have going on here. Before we start, I want to remind you of our 3 R's during the assembly: respect ourselves, respect others, and respect our environment. People put a lot of work into providing a good assembly for you and having fun activities and prizes, so I want you to remember that. I also want you to remember that if the assembly takes the whole period, Mrs. Mahaney dismisses you, not the bell. So you need to remain seated, even if the bell rings, and then I will dismiss you in an orderly fashion to go get your things or go on to your next class, okay? So are you ready? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Are you ready? Awesome. First, I want to introduce you to the wonderful teachers that make up the team that are bringing you and your teachers the Olweus program this year. I want you to wait till after I introduce them all, and then we're going to give them a big round of applause because they have worked really hard to make this happen. Miss Toki, Miss Duke, Miss Jackson, Miss Dobo, and Miss Fennel, and Miss Hickley, who's not here. Give them a hand! This year, every Monday, we are going to be having class meetings with what we call the Olweus program. And the Olweus program is designed to make our CLP community strong, inclusive, and positive for everyone. And you've already been learning a lot about this. And the first thing you've been learning is about our first core agreement about being a good member of our society, and it's an agreement that we're all going to keep this year. So Miss Jackson has an activity so that we can talk about what that core agreement is.
Okay, we have a problem-solving game, so I need problem-solving volunteers. 5 from 6th grade, 4 from 7th grade, and 4 8th grade problem solvers. Miss Dobo, Miss Mahaney, and Miss Fennel are choosing, not me. Each of these lovely volunteers has 1 letter. There are 13 volunteers. It is these volunteers' job to unscramble these letters and put them in order as fast as they can, which would require you talking and working together. Maybe you get in a circle. Maybe you just pair up with somebody next to you. Think about, does it make sense that our letters would be next to each other? It is a clue, this is the core agreement that we have already addressed multiple times in our class meetings, as well as the opening day assembly, I believe. You know it. You all know it. But are there questions, volunteers? Or are we ready? What did you say? It's 2 words. I'm going to time you and see how fast this can be done. When you have it squared away, I want everybody in a line, just like you are now, but with words that make sense. Ready? Go! Volunteers who are approaching 30 seconds. Volunteers, do you need a clue? I can give you the first letter and the last letter. The first letter is a P. The last letter is an E. And it's 2 words. The first letter of the first word is a P. And the last letter of the last word is an E. Hey! I think we have the first word figured out. And then as I hold them up, you guys are all going to yell, pirate! Not yet. And they're going to do the same. You're going to hold up your letters, and you guys are going to yell, promise! You ready? Yeah. Okay, go! One more time! One more time! All right, thank you guys!
All right, guys. Hey, pirates, get back with me. Are you ready for our next activity? Oh, that doesn't sound like you're ready. Are you ready for our next activity? Good job. Okay. I can't take volunteers if I can't even hear myself think. If I can't explain the game, I can't take volunteers. Sixth graders, are you with me? All right, ready? So our next activity is, we know that we have the Pirate Promise, and we know that there are 4 very important agreements that we make as part of this Pirate Promise. So we have an activity to see which grade level knows the Pirate Promise the best and can complete the words in our Pirate Promise, and Miss Fennell is going to explain that to you.
Alrighty, so we're going to have all 3 grade levels have volunteers from each grade. Okay, don't volunteer yet. But we have these nice big signs that'll be over here. There are words missing from each part of our Pirate Promise. The kids of words that need to be attached to our cards to complete our pirate promise, okay? If you are taking words over, you have to do so on a scooter. You can choose. You can lay on your stomach, you can sit on your tush, or any other method of getting down to the signs on the scooter. But you gotta be on the scooter, okay? And the first class to complete all of their signs of the pirate promise correctly will win, okay? So you are competing for your grade level.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay, we need 4 volunteers from every grade. Raise your hands. Okay, so each team, you are going to pick one person, they're going to take down one of your words, and they need to decide where it fits correctly in that statement, okay? Nobody starts until we say go, okay? And you need to alternate people who are going down, so it's not the same person every time, okay? Are we ready? On your mark, get set, go!
practice, because this is what we will be living by this year as CLP Pirates, I would like you to say the pirate promise with us. So, hold on. After I count to 3, we're going to say each one together. Ready? So we're going to do number 1. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Number 2. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Number 3. Right here. 1, 2, 3. And our last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, we're getting close to the end. I'm so sad. But finally, I did what... Are you with me? Good job. I want to talk to you about... This year, we're going to talk a lot about bullying and mean behavior. And you're going to learn the difference between those two things. And you're going to learn how to spot that and identify that and how to help other people who are in that position where somebody... Hey folks, I can't talk over you even though I'm very loud and I have this very loud microphone. So it would be awesome if I could keep your attention up here for just a few more minutes. Thank you. So, as we go on this year, we're going to talk about the definition of bullying. We're going to talk about mean behavior. We're going to learn how, with your class, with your Olweus group, who we hope will become your family throughout this school year, the difference between those two things, how to spot them, and how to help other people who might be being treated meanly by peers or kids who are actually being bullied. And as you meet each Monday, you're going to work on that, and you're going to work on creating an environment where kids come to school and don't ever have to worry about those things. So, we have been talking about how can we help each other? How can we help our school be the best that it can be, and that everybody wants to come here every day and nobody is worried about being treated meanly or being bullied? Because oftentimes we find that the best way is to build our culture by having lots of people who are willing to stand up to the bullies. So if we have people who are being mean or people who are bullying in our school, taking over things or not being nice to other people, we need to work on having defenders, the people who will work against those people to pull things over onto the side of having a positive environment. So what we see is we have our bullies over here, right? Our mean people, boo! And what happens is these bullies, they work against, sometimes, our heroes of the day, our defenders! And it turns into a tug of war, right? It turns into them working against each other. So what do we need to do to work to win this tug of war? What do we need? We need more defenders. We need more defenders. We need more defenders to help pull the bullies on the other side of the line so that we do not give a hand to our people who volunteered to be bullies, because we know that they're not bullies. Oh, wait. So we really appreciate you coming down here. We really appreciate your great behavior. I am going to dismiss you one group at a time, and you're going to go back to your Olweus group classroom, and you have about 10 minutes left. So just as a group, you probably won't even have quite 10 minutes left once you get back. Start thinking about ways that we can bring more kindness to our school. What are things that you can do? Sixth graders, we're not leaving yet. What are things that you can do right now, today, tomorrow, the rest of this week, the rest of this year, that are easy, that don't take a lot of effort except to think about it and make a conscious decision to do those things? And what are one or two or three ideas as your homework, as your Olweus group family, as your team in your group with your teacher can be implementing starting as soon as you leave that class? Okay, so that's our challenge to you for the rest of the day. Now, do not get up. I'm going to dismiss you, and then you can go back to your class. So this